because his love doesn't exist. Hello.
Are you still out?
The moment I heard Ijun's voice, the grief within me surged to the fore. Ijun.
What happened to your voice? Are you sick?
I put on a cherry voice to sound not so weepy, but I didn't work quite as well as I hoped. It must be because I'm hungry. I haven't had lunch yet.
You haven't had lunch yet? Where are you right now?
I was just too busy. I am on my way home now. What about you? Where are you?
The internet cafe near your place.
What are you doing at the internet cafe in my neighborhood?
Waiting for you to call. My impatience won out, and I ended up calling you instead.
Ijun. I'm starving. No one had forced me to skip lunch, but even the pang in my stomach added to my sorrow.
Is there no restaurant nearby? Find somewhere to sit and wait, and send me the address. I will be right there.
Okay, the address here is. The thought that Ijun was on his way calmed me down. I feel so much better now that I have got some food in my It is Ijun. Looking at his dumbfounded face made me laugh. Ijun.
What did you eat here?
An instant ramen, a triangle kimbap, a strawberry milk, and iced coffee.
And that's a meal?
Kind of. But I can still eat. You haven't had dinner yet, right? Let's go somewhere where they take a while to serve.
Why are your eyes so puffy?
I cried because I was so hungry, but I'm better now.
Seriously?
I do feel better. That's the truth. But it wasn't because my empty stomach was full, but because I got to see Ijun's face, all worried for me.
What had you so busy that you starved yourself?
The feeling of his entire, undivided attention being on me was so sweet.
Your parents would be shocked if they knew you had instant ramen for dinner.
In that moment, my head was filled with just one thought: I am happy. You are in the military. Are you really in the place to worry about a civilian's meal?
It's not just any civilian I'm worried about. I'm worried about my girlfriend.
Hold on, let me check the time. I get butterflies in my stomach every time he calls me his girlfriend.
Do you have to go home early?
Nope.
Then let's walk and have you digest all that food. Let me know when you are hungry again. We can eat then.
Okay. Strolling with Ijun with the cool breeze in our faces. I didn't think about my icon parents or my Hanum parents once. He put me at ease and made my heart flutter. Looking at his face, tanned from his training, I noticed a stark difference, although it had only been a few months since he entered the military. His broad shoulders and toned arms gave him the aura of a man rather than a teenager. Gwihyeon will be done with his military service soon.
Yeah, probably.
Time flies, doesn't it? I feel like I only heard about him enlisting yesterday, but now, he almost done with his service.
What a thing to say to someone only just taking his first leave from his service.
By the time you are done, I will be in college. And if all goes to plan, I will be living on my own. The moment I had the thought, I was reminded of my parents who hadn't called all day. Can I look at their faces again, and act like nothing has happened? I have to play pretend again with this family who is not really my family. The thought of it suffocated me.
I'm going to move to Seoul the moment I'm done with my service. But I'm not getting in the dorms, they are too suffocating for my taste.
Are you going to find a place near your school?
Nope. I'm going to find one in Icon.
Well, if I'm the reason you are doing that, you might not need to do that at all.
And why is that?
It's just a vague plan at this point. I will let you know when I know it for certain. I don't need to let him know when things aren't set in stone yet. And he's sure to give me an earful when he finds out I am moving out on my own while he's in the military. I'd be lucky if he stops at giving me an earful. Knowing him, I wouldn't be surprised if he called Icon father to give him a piece of his mind as well.
Seon's barely an adult. You two should have stopped her.
But I'm willing to bet 2 chicken legs on the fact that he will be singing a different tune if he finds out I'm living on my own after he's done with his service.
I want to tell Gwihyeon about us.
Gwihyeon's knowledge of our relationship increases the chance for the elders of both families finding out. And when they find out that the girl who was raised to be Gwihyeon betrothed is all of a sudden dating Ijun, no one will understand. And when they find out that I'm not the real great-granddaughter of the Midnight Sun legacy, they will consider my existence a burden.
You don't want me to?
I don't disagree with us telling him the truth, but I just want to give it some time. One way or another, they will become uncomfortable with my existence, but I want to delay that moment for as long as possible.
Once he is done with his service, he will return to university and start learning the family business. And the talk of your engagement with him also start getting serious.
I know what Ijun's worried about. He's worried that the relationship between Gwihyeon and I will become more cemented and public. After all, the weight of marriage talks while we are children is starkly different from the same talk when we are adults. If we have to tell anyone, I will find the right time to tell grandfather. I know very well that there is no chance of me marrying Gwihyeon before I'm 25. And even less of a chance after I turn 25.
I don't want to have to deceive Gwihyeon.
But Ijun knows none of that. Of course, he is concerned. And whatever the case, Gwihyeon is Ijun's one and only brother.
And nothing good could come to you, the longer we keep this hidden.
I know what you mean. Since I have made a decision to be with Ijun, it's on me to make my stance clear with Gwihyeon. And Ijun's rights? The longer I keep things hidden, the worse things will be for me. As it will make me look like a double-crosser, two-timing the brothers for my own pleasure. But all these worries are nothing compared to those I will have if the secret of my birth comes to light. But there is no one but myself to blame. After all, I was the one who decided to dive head first into this relationship, knowing things might get complicated. Unable to ignore my growing feelings for Ijun.
Give me your hand.
Why?
Why do you think? How do you use chopsticks with these tiny hands?
I have never heard my hands are tiny.
I feel like I might crush it if I'm not careful. I have won first place on one of those punching machines before, you know.
Really? We had the same grins on our faces, as we squeezed each other's hands and started to walk the darkening streets together. My heart was heavy but fluttering all night. The lights on. They must be back.
A fierce heat wave is to strike the entire country, accompanied by passing rain in certain parts.
The sight of my father watching TV in the living room appeared foreign. He's usually reading a book at this hour. I'm home. His face had changed completely since yesterday.
Welcome back. You must have had a long day. Go wash up and get ready for bed.
I knew the moment I heard his weak, tired voice that my parents had learned about the secret.